So in Taken 3, no one gets taken. And instead, Brian Mills, Liam Neeson's character, instead of targeting someone, is targeted himself. I'm just really impressed with the script and what they came up with, and you know, the pace of it, and I just couldn't guess what was going to happen. And I think everyone was, you know, just, we've been so blown away that it's become this international juggernaut, you know, that no one could have expected with the first one, that it would become, you know, a franchise like this and have a third sequel, and they've done such an amazing job with maintaining, I think, the core values of the character and what people really care about, and having, you know, Brian Mills, who, you know, to me is Taken, like Liam Neeson is Taken to me, but really maintaining this, the way he's fighting not only for his own life but for what's left of his family. So I think it's really relatable. It's not, you know, just about revenge or something like that. You know, it's very compelling. From a personal perspective, it's also really cool to get to spend time with people in different cultures and speaking different languages, and you know, to see everyone in Paris again that's part of EuropaCorp. And you know, we shot in Atlanta and Spain and Paris to look like LA, which who would have thought, you know? But it's really amazing, the locations that they got. You know, we went all the way to Alicante to get this particular airport that we could shoot at. So the scenes there are pretty amazing. Well, thank goodness Cam has grown up a little bit. I think, you know, we all laugh because, you know, and Liam too, you know, we did the first one, I think 8 years ago when we first shot it. So it's, you know, it's a while. And so we've grown up, but the characters, you know, don't always grow up as fast. But Kim's had some unexpected developments in her life. She's with child in a family way, unexpectedly, so that's quite a lot for the family to deal with. And you know, it makes her quite vulnerable in many ways as well. So she's kind of trying to process a lot of this without the time or space to process it, because there's so much else happening, of course, which complicates things quite a bit. The energy he brings to the movies as well, in the sense of he'll shoot so many angles of, you know, the way he thinks visually is incredible. Like things I would never think of, you know, and of course as an actor you're finding out there's cameras like hidden everywhere. You know, there's like cameras on the tops of buildings, and you know, opening a refrigerator, of course there's a camera inside the refrigerator. I remember in the convenience store he even had cameras inside of the refrigerators there. So you know, he just covers things so well and gives himself so many options. It's incredible. And then, you know, one thing that's great about Olivier is he's quite pragmatic as well, which I feel like a lot of people kind of leave things up to the last minute, and it's like, okay, let's make the day. And Olivier's like, okay, we have an extra 20 minutes, let's grab these inserts, and you know, things don't stack up, and then it's great. Like he's so organized and no ego, and just, he's incredible. Liam's incredible. He's been a big part of my life and a big influence, like not just as an actor, but as a person. Like he's somebody yeah, we're playing pretend for a living, but I really, you know, I think of him as family, and really care about him, and feel really blessed that he's in my life in this way. And I have the best fake movie dad I could ever ask for. He's really amazing. He's such a respected actor. I was really nervous and really excited. I mean, he couldn't be nicer, and he's such a warm, you know, kind of person. But I was nervous, and of course it is at the end of the day, you know, it is an action movie. So I think I was like so psyched up for this scene with dialogue, you know, with Forrest. Like, oh God, you know, okay, here we go, and then it's like 2 takes, and we're out, and we're doing, you know, the next 12 hours of the action scenes. And I was like, oh, okay, that happened, you know. But yeah, he was awesome, and you know, I have so much respect for him as an actor, and I mean, Last King of Scotland, and so many movies. The Butler recently. So yeah, it was really cool to get to work with him, and I hope to again. We were lucky to have him on this. Yeah, I think it's really lovely that this film is always such a different experience from others, just because we've been making them for a while and traveled all over the world together. So it's this feeling of family and people that I truly love, and so I just feel really grateful to get to come back and, you know, travel with everybody and make another one that I think will actually be incredible. Like, the plot is so different from the others. It's in many ways the best plot-wise. I think people will be very surprised, especially as no one gets taken. But as I said, I don't think what makes Taken Taken is simply that. I think it's really the characters and this kind of really incredible character that Liam Neeson brings to the screen. You know, he's one badass dad. I think there's going to be a lot of surprises. I think a lot of the expectations. I think there's a lot of things you couldn't expect from Taken 3. But I think people certainly come to expect a very compelling action movie, and that it certainly is. There's some pretty insane scenes. A lot of very fancy cars were sacrificed in the making of Taken 3. No animals were harmed, but a lot of very fancy cars didn't make it. I think it really sets it apart because it's about family. You know, it's not a random. You know, they're not fighting for pride or ego. They're fighting to you know, save each other and fight for what's left of their family. So I think you know, in this one, Brian Mills loses someone very close to him, but he still has to fight for the people he loves, regardless. So I think that's kind of the core of what makes Taken Taken.